Peace, peace, family. Peace, peace. Climb on in. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let me know if y'all can hear me too. Yeah, I wanted to touch on some things today. I know we were supposed to be doing part 2 of what I had going on last week, but y'all know I'll be super busy. And man, these emails be filling up, y'all. Emails be filling up, phone ringing off the hook, Facebook Messenger. So just to keep all of the questions down, I do like to go live and answer all the questions that get asked. So we got a whole lot of questions that was in my email. We answered questions from my inbox last time, so we're gonna answer questions from the email. Hopefully y'all on here listening and we can get through this stuff. Let me give y'all some shout outs. Climb on in, family. So what I did was I went through my email, just like I go through my inbox, and then I get most of the questions that everybody asking. And I seen today, I guess since I did that last video going over the coronavirus and going over how it was created by the government and all that, a lot of people been asking me about chemical toxicity and detoxification. So I want to talk about that today and how to really, really cleanse out your liver. And it's a couple more questions that a lot of people ask. So let's get through it. I'm gonna wait for y'all to climb on in. I'm gonna give y'all some shout outs and we're gonna get to it. My elder Roof is Shalom, Shalom, Israel. How you doing, King? Paris Lockhart in the building. Shalom, Shalom. Keisha, Shalom, Shalom. Bro Willie, Shalom, Shalom, family. TT, Shalom, Shalom. Lena, Shalom, Shalom. How y'all doing? Climb on in here. Deuel, Allah, Shalom, Shalom. Talia, Shalom, Shalom, Queen. Mika, Shalom, Shalom. Candace Pants, climb on in. What's up, Milton, man? My brother Milton Moore in the building. Pastor Corey, Shalom, Shalom, my brother. How you doing, beloved? Y'all climb on in here. Victor Brown, Monogamy, climb on in. So look, we finna go over chemical toxicity and detoxification. I really want to start off really talking about the liver, because that's what a lot of people been coming up to me about lately, and a lot of the clients that's been coming getting healed, it's all been with the liver. For real, cirrhosis of the liver, hepatitis B, C, chronic liver inflammation. It's been a lot of people coming to me about the liver. And now the crazy part is last week I just did a video going deep into how the government have created these vaccinations, and these vaccinations have literally been starting these viruses and these protein viral loads, and it's killing our people. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's why, because we've been talking about chemical warfare. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to break down what chemical warfare is, break down what chemical toxicity is, and how to detoxify it out of the body. So if y'all can hear me, type in some 9s and we're going to get started. Type in some 9s and we'll get it started. But I want to start off breaking down the liver. What's the purpose of the liver? Everybody think the liver is a detoxification mechanism when it's not. Now, if it need to do a job in detoxification, yes, it will filter some things, but it don't want to do that job. The liver have a very, very, very major key part in your existence and your role in living. All right, so let's get it started. The liver is the most important organ in your body, y'all. It's one of the most important organs in your body. It's actually the biggest organ in your body minus the skin. A lot of people don't study up on the skin a lot, but the skin is one of the most important organs in your body as well. And it works hand in hand with the lymphatic system and the liver. All right, the skin is technically called the third kidney because it's all about filtration with the skin. That's why you have to sweat out of it. All right, but we must focus on the liver today. The liver is the biggest organ on your body other than the skin. All right, not only that, the liver do more functioning on your body than any other organ in your body. Literally, the liver have over 1 million functions, over 1 million. Literally, I'm not playing, over 1 million functions. The doctors, the scientists, I mean, they haven't even figured out everything that the liver have done. But we're going to go through some of the major key points of what the liver do, and we can tell, because look, the liver is the chemical factory of the body. Any chemical you put inside of your body, guess what's going to take the hit? The liver. Because what the liver does is the liver literally changes proteins into amino acids. The liver literally stores up glycagon from glucose, and then when your body is weak on energy, it literally breaks it down back into glucose from glycagon, and then it gives it to the cell for the cell can have fuel. I mean, the liver literally, when your blood goes to the liver, it takes apart proteins and estrogens, and it add different proteins to it. Say for instance, if you take a chemical medicine, the liver will break down the medicine and pull out the good things inside of the chemicals and take that, and then it pushes the bad chemicals through bile down into your intestinal walls, and then you flush it out your system. It also takes ammonia from the system, right? And it converts it to urea, and then you literally get rid of that through the kidneys. So the liver is constantly working just like the kidneys, y'all. But it's the chemical factory of the body. So the main things in the liver is breaking down substances. It literally breaks down blood. It breaks down chemicals. It breaks down foods. It breaks down anything in need, and it takes the substances from these things, and then it provides it to the bloodline or the blood capillaries in the duodenum, and that's the way you get your nutrition. You can't even get nutrition without the liver, because the liver is literally sitting on top of the duodenum, right? And then it's something called a hepatic valve, the hepatic valve, right? That's where you get hepatitis from. All right, so the hepatic valve is a valve that connects the liver to your intestines, right? By way of the gallbladder. So the liver produces this bile. This bile is like a film or some type of solvent that helps break down and have metabolic changes. All right, so it breaks down your food, it breaks down your proteins, just like a hydrochloric acid do that sits inside of your stomach. And then once it's broken down, it takes the phytonutrients it needs, right? And then it passes it into the duodenum inside the blood capillaries. And this is literally the way you eat your food. Literally the way you get all of your phytonutrients, literally the way you get all of your minerals. I mean, anything you want, even down to the oxygen, due to respiration in the lungs. The lungs and the kidneys work hand in hand. Like the lungs and the liver work hand in hand. Without the liver, you cannot live. But the best thing about the liver is the liver can literally reprocess and regenerate itself up to 80% within a year. It's been many documents showing that people will straight get into a car accident and have to get half of their liver removed. And then on their 9th month checkup, the whole liver done reproduced and regenerated itself. The reason why is because the body needs it that bad. So what mess up the liver? Let's see, chemicals. Because that's what the liver deals with. It deals with chemical metabolic processes. Soon as you drink alcohol, guess what happened to all them sugars? Guess what happened to all that sugar and all of that solvent in that alcohol? It goes straight to the liver. All right, so the liver can only do two things with the alcohol. First thing it's going to do is going to take the sugar from the alcohol, because that's what you get drunk, or what they call high off of anyway. That's the whole point. That's how you feel in the drunkenness or being intoxicated. Notice toxic is in there, a poison, is you're getting drunk off the sugar. So it's going to take the sugar and it's going to change the sugar into glucose. All right, so what it's going to do is going to put the rest of that glucose, what it needs to distribute, inside the bloodline. Well, the other one is going to store it up as fat and change it into glycagon. All right, this is where you get liver fats from. Too many fatty acids on your liver is bad, because these things corrode the liver. All right, now say if you're taking an antibiotic. All right, the first thing the liver going to do is it going to take the chemical hit from it. It's going to take the chemical process. Y'all know that antibiotics is full of either mold, it's full of fungus, or full of a yeast. Something that's going to be a solvent to eat up the good or bad bacteria of the body. So the liver is going to get that to the bloodstream, because it's going to think that it's taking the natural. Look, the liver takes the natural solvents out of things. So anything you taking, I don't care if you're eating a hamburger, I don't care if you're drinking alcohol, I don't care if you're drinking even water, down the water. Only thing the liver wants is the natural chemicals from it. So it's going to break all these things down, and it's going to send the natural things through the blood system by way of the duodenum and the blood capillaries. Then all the other stuff, if it can't pass it off to the kidneys or pass it into the bowels, it stores it up as fat, and then it converts it and turns it into some type of sugar. Even if you have say if you have herpes, right? Say if you have herpes and you taking in arginine. Well, you know that arginine straight causes outbreaks, because arginine causes massive tumors. Arginine is what arginine is literally an amino acid, right? That they technically call a protein that grows skin tissue, right? That's why when you eat too much arginine, you have outbreaks, because it literally adds on to the tissue building. Well, if you take an arginine, you got herpes, and you have a very, very good immune system, right? A very good immune system. What the liver will do is it will convert the arginine into lysine, or L-lysine, and use that to actually combat the outbreak. So like the liver straight be doing some magical things, y'all. It can literally take one substance and change it into another. Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been getting a whole lot of people asking me what cirrhosis of the liver is. All cirrhosis of the liver is inflammation in the liver. All right. Now, whenever you find inflammation, what you're going to find? You're going to find the mucous membrane have been compromised inside the liver, right? The liver is no longer cleansing itself. The liver, the blood is no longer going through the liver and cleansing out the liver. The lymphatic fluids through the lymphocytes is no longer going through the liver and cleansing it out because it's too full of acids and it's too full of acidosis and mucus, muconoid plaque erosion, which causes inflammation. Now, as soon as these cells start being inflamed through the interstitial cells of the skin inside of the liver, or what we call the cells inside of the liver, what happens? A metabolic process comes down. The liver is pooping on itself. You ain't getting rid of it because you're not filtering. You're not filtering to your lymphatic system, and you sure ain't filtering through your bile duct wall. Notice most people that have liver disease are very, very constipated. Why? It's because the liver main production is bile. Bile is this main production to break down food. What you think bile is for? And you can find these things and you can look for sulfur and bile in the eyes. Look at people that got real yellow eyes in the white parts of their eyes. Them are liver problems, y'all. People that drink a lot of alcohol, they get that glare over their eyes, have them yellow spots. That's due to liver toxicity. That brown ring around the eye, high cholesterol. All this is going back to the liver because the liver literally take the hit on everything you put in your body. Whether you walking down the street on a nice day and you breathing and inhaling chemtrails, guess what's going to take that hit of them chemicals, of that barium and of that aluminum particles that's in the air? The liver. Whether you smoking a cigarette. Okay, of course it's gonna hit the metabolic process and hit the lungs first, but guess what? The chemical substance, the nicotine, is gonna do is gonna go straight to the liver. So your liver is constantly working and either changing things to be good for the body or trying to push the bad things off to your digestive system or to your lymphatic system to get rid of it due to metabolic waste. But when it's inflamed because it's been overloaded and you ain't cleaning it, you're supposed to clean your liver at least twice a year. It's going to get inflamed and then it's going to stop working on you. The moment your liver stop working is the day you die. So all cirrhosis of the liver is literally all cirrhosis of the liver is, or hepatitis A and B is liver inflammation. Too many fats on the liver because you are taking in too many outside chemicals that the body doesn't need. And you're not cleansing your body. You're not cleansing it. So for one, if you suffering from any of these problems, stop the alcohol, period. You have to stop drinking. Increase your water intake. All right. 2, you got to get your stomach working. Because once you get your stomach and your gut flora replaced and you get that biobifidum bacteria back up and you get that good bacteria in your gut to restore your gut, now your bowel is not getting clogged up in the liver no more. Now it's actually going into the gallbladder and your gallbladder can feed it to the hepatic duct and you can actually break down your food right. You see what I'm saying? In order to even free up the liver, you have to first free up the small and large intestines plus the colon. You see that? You have to get that together first. That's why I keep saying whenever we're looking at the root to all disease, we're going to always have to go back to that gut area. We'll have to always go back to constipation. You're either backed up cellularly and you are cellularly constipated or you are intestinally constipated. All these things are the root causes of disease. It's constipation. Your liver is constipated. It needs to be cleansed out. Now, the beautiful thing about the liver, though, it literally uses what it does to the blood is amazing. It uses chemicals to break down dead blood cells, right? But it's a recycler. Remember, it breaks down substances. We talked about what they do. It break down your food and pull out all the sugar in there because the only thing your body was created to do, I'm talking about the vehicle. Not your spiritual body due to your nervous system. I'm talking about your vehicle. It was created to take all types of things to go through a metabolic process to break it down to glucose and fructose for it can have fuel. This is a vehicle. Without fuel, your vehicle cannot drive. Your only purpose for this flesh, literally, for this flesh right here is to break down any chemical substances, whether it's natural or unnatural, whether it's organic or inorganic, to break it down and make it a chemical for you can literally experience life through this avatar. That's it. That's it. That's the reason why the mind created the body, for it can experience itself, for it can grow and learn from itself, for the conscious to expand. That's it. So the only thing it's supposed to be doing is making sugar. Sugar or what we call melanin or carbon. They all the same thing. All right. Now you putting the wrong fuel inside of your body, it's going to have to go to some type of filtration system and process. Well, guess what? It have to go through a metabolic chemical process first. What's that is? That's your liver. That's the liver, period. So what the liver do to the blood is it uses chemicals to break down dead blood cells, right? Which would be plasma, white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets, even water, albumins, globins, hemoglobins, phytonutrients, hormones, cellular waste, all of that. I mean, your liver literally is doing all this at one time. Not then look, after it breaks down these dead blood cells, when the dead blood cells get to it, it say, oh, I still see some good amino acids inside of this protein. I still inside of this bloodstream. I still see some good oxygen components inside of this bloodstream. And it literally takes the good things inside of the bloodstream and then it redistribute it throughout the body. All right. So look, it's in charge of breaking down your chemical substance. It's in charge of recycling things. And look, let's talk about the buildup again. It goes through a metabolic process and then it feeds phytonutrients through the blood capillaries by way of the hepatic bile duct that comes from the gallbladder. And then it's your storage too. It will literally store things up until it's ready to use it, period. That's where you get liver fat from. Say if you're too skinny. Look, if you're too skinny and you need to gain weight, your mind sends these chemicals to the body. It sends it straight to the liver. As soon as you eat something, right, the liver would take that glucose out after it goes through its chemical breakdown, and it'll actually store it up as glycagon. Glycagon is nothing but fat. It'll store it up on the liver, and then it'll give it to where it needs. And it's used as a heating system too. Say if the body get too cold, the liver give off so much heat that it'll heat up the bloodstream, and it works with the thyroid and the parathyroid to keep the heat in your body, and it keep the body heated up. So that's what cirrhosis of the liver is liver inflammation, period. All right. Now, the other question was dialysis. Somebody that's on dialysis, they said they've been on dialysis for 5 years. If you've been on dialysis for 5 years, that means your kidneys are not functioning properly at all. You see what I'm saying? They're not functioning properly at all. And she want to know how to get off of it. It's a female. The best way, so what dialysis is, your kidneys' main function literally is to recycle the blood, to cleanse the blood out. All right? Every hour, your whole entire bloodstream goes through your kidneys at least one time. Every hour. It is more than that. I just don't know the exact number, so I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be wrong. But look, it recycles your blood and filters your blood so much. So when you're dealing with dialysis are doing nothing but acting as your kidneys, because the kidneys are not processing and filtering the blood no more. So they hook you to the machines and cleanse your blood yourself. So the first step I would take, if I'm going through dialysis, is I will find natural blood cleansers and natural blood thinners as well. I will find natural blood cleansers and natural blood thinners. You need to be on burdock root, which is a great blood cleanser, yellow dock, which is a great blood cleanser, blood root, which is a great blood cleanser, chaparral, which is a great blood cleanser, sapo, elderberry even cleanse the blood. Red oak bark, white oak, devil's claw, cat's claw. You need to be on all these herbs to literally start cleansing that blood out. Now, once you start cleansing your blood, now it's time to get the kidneys back up and running and get them filtering. Look at your creatinine levels. Make sure that them are down, right? Then start finding out ways to cleanse them kidneys out. The best way to cleanse kidneys out is with astringent herbs. Get on some cleavers herbs. Start pulling on that. And then most definitely add the fruits in. The kidneys love fruits because the fruits have all the flavonoids, have all the soapians and tannins you need to literally start breaking down all that mucus membrane erosion inside of these kidneys to get them filtrating again. You see what I'm saying? You have to filtrate. If you're not filtering, then you're actually being congested and consumption is being built up. Whenever consumption is being built up, acid is going to start being present in the body. Whenever acid is present in the body, it starts destructing and deteriorating the cells. Well, what the mucous membrane going to do and the lymphatic system going to do is going to try to come save the day. All right? Now, that's a good because it's a defense, but it don't know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? The lymphatic system and the mucous membrane is like that crazy ass cousin you got. You only call him when you need something mopped. When you need something dead, you hit him up. Because when he come, he don't know how to stop. That's how mucus is. Soon as mucus come, it don't know how to turn off. It do not know how to turn off. So it keeps building up, and building up. Now you're literally suffocating the cells. Now this is what you call uncontrolled mitosis. Uncontrolled mitosis is when the cells start breaking down. That's another thing the liver do. The liver gives out signals and enzymes to tell the cell when to kill itself. See that? But when you're dealing with mucus erosion, it's suffocating the cells. Now the cell is dying off uncontrollably. This is not a metabolic control at this point. It's literally dying because the body is killing itself. Now, once the cell starts dividing and killing itself, which is called uncontrolled mitosis, then something called cellular apoptosis come from. This when the cells start dying and say, you know what? I'm just going to send out a signal and I'm going to off myself, and the cell kills itself. Now we dying because we're losing cells, but we're not producing more because there's too many agglomeration and accumulation of mucus inside of our bodies, y'all. Period. So if you're dealing with dialysis, that means you're going through kidney failure. And if you're going through kidney failure, that must mean that your lymphatic system is so backed up and your mucous membrane is so compromised that you need a cleanse. First thing I would do is I would put you in a cold and flu-like symptoms. You come to me, I'm going to give you some herbs that have you feeling like you got the flu, because we got to bring all that mucus out. You're going to have mucus coming out of your ears, mucus coming out of your nose, mucus coming out of your eyes, out of your anus, your vagina. I mean, literally, skin might open up, mucus might start pouring out of there, because we have to get all the acids out of your body. All right. Now, once we get the acids out of your body, we need to start getting these kidneys filtering and get the lymphatic system to start filtering through the kidneys and through the skin again. So I'm going to force you to go. You're going to have to go through the sauna. You got to sweat. You have to sweat, because remember, your skin is the third kidney. It's the biggest kidney on your body. That's the only way to get rid of toxemia and chemical toxicity. You have to sweat it out. Now, if you can't sweat, that means you have down parathyroids and thyroids. You can check that by checking your basal temperature. You see that? So then once I get you sweating, now you in the sauna, you're going to automatically feel relief and start feeling better. Now I'm cleansing your blood, right? And we working on your lymphatic system. I'm giving you my lymphatic serum. I'm giving you my lymphatic tonics. You on my blood purification. Now you on the intercellular cleanse. We cleansing and rinsing every cell in your body by way of the kidneys. The whole time while you on this, you on fruits. Anytime you dealing with hepatitis, and anytime you dealing with dialysis, and you saying you've been on there for 5 years, I don't even recommend vegetables. It's too many proteins in vegetables. And I'm talking about good proteins, but sometimes good proteins will block you up too, because guess what? The kidneys can't process them, especially if they down and they operating at 5%. How can they break down kidney proteins? You need simple amino acids, y'all. Simple. And it's simple amino acids in vegetables, but it's complex amino acids too. Now, if your stomach was good, you never had kidney problems, you never was backed up interstellarly or interstitially, then yes, vegetables is all gravy. Eat as much as you want. But whenever you're dealing with kidney problems like this, you need nothing but monosaccharides. These are simple sugars, simple glucose, simple fructose. These will pass through and have a metabolic change and will leave an alkaline ash. And they're actually acid binding foods. They bind the acids and kill acids. You see that? They don't leave acid ashes behind. We need foods and herbs that binds to acids and kill them out. That's what calcium do. It binds with acid. It drowns it out. That's what we need. So yeah, you most definitely, sister, for the person that got cirrhosis of the liver, you need to get at me, because you need to do a consultation. I need to see what your liver is operating at for real. So go ahead and book you a consultation. You most definitely need to be on my liver and gallbladder cleanse, the tincture. You most definitely need to be on my my amino acid therapeutic package. You don't need to be eating nothing but fruits, period, because we have to get all them chemicals out of your body. For the sister with dialysis that's been on dialysis for 5 years, you most definitely need to be on an all-fruit diet, particularly grapes. I eat as many grapes as possible to get them kidneys flushing and filtering well. You most definitely need to be on my intercellular cleanse and my intercellular tincture. And I think you need to get my whole foundation for the bundle with the tinctures and the capsules, and hit them hard. Hit them hard, and buy you 2 things of parasite eliminations, because the parasite eliminations is going to really help you out with that gut. Get that gut going, get that gut flora back, get that good bifidum back, that good bacteria. The next question we had, I have bumps on my penis, but I'm testing negative for everything. Negative for HIV, negative for herpes, even negative for HPV. But I still have bumps. I still have bumps on my penis. Okay, so whenever you're dealing with stuff like that, whenever you got bumps on your penis and you don't have an STD, that means you have acids inside of your duct of your shaft of your penis. All right. Now, remember, I was talking about the skin. The skin literally, it excludes everything. All right. It don't only absorbs, but it excludes everything too, meaning that it's an excretory system as well. So whenever you see bumps anywhere, whether it's on your face, whether it's on your penis, look, let me show you my forehead. Y'all see all these bumps I got going on? Because I've been drinking all this. I've been on sarsaparilla tea for a minute. So my skin is detoxing right now. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is when you're going through this and you see your body is naturally detoxing and you see bumps coming in certain areas, these are the areas that got genetic weaknesses at. These are the areas that's filled up with metabolic waste. These are the areas that got too much chemical toxicity under the layer of the derma, under the layer of the skin. So the first thing that the body's going to do is heat it up, and then it's going to get rid of it. So if you seeing bumps on your penis and you don't have an STD, well, that literally means that your shaft is full of mucus. And the mucus is leaving through the skin. I bet you if you pop one of them bumps, you're going to see a whole lot of pus and you're going to see just a little bit of blood. What does that mean? That means you're dealing with a lymphatic system. You're dealing with a stagnated mucus membrane. You're dealing with a stagnated lymphatic system, period. All right, so what I suggest for you is the same thing. You most definitely need to get on the intercellular cleanse. You most definitely need to get on my circulation, my circulatory high and my circulatory low. Start off with the circulatory low tincture, the circulatory low. That way you can get that blood moving down there. You can move some of that stagnated lymph out of the way. And then we most definitely need to get you to metabolically urinate that out. You know what I'm saying? You most definitely need to get on my kidneys filtration, the intercellular cleanse, of course, restore the gut, because you have that same mucous membrane that aligns your shaft and your penis. That's the same mucous membrane that aligns your gut. Matter of fact, I was just doing some studying on that too, man. I'm glad you asked it. Look this word up. It's called the Glenson capsule. The Glenson capsules and the sinus nodes. All right. This is literally the mucous membrane that actually goes around the shaft of your penis, and it links to your stomach. So whenever you're dealing with mucus problems or bump problems down there and you don't have no STD, it's most definitely connected to your gut as well. So you must cleanse that gut. All right. What else we got? We got itching sore that stays in the same place. It goes away, but it comes back. And I also have toenail fungus. There go you. Look, hey, brother, this is a brother, by the way. Brother, that's your problem right there. You got candida. You have a yeast candida. You have a fungus buildup, meaning that you have too much sulfur in your body, and you probably had a lot of antibiotics in your life. You will see. So what I would do is, if I was you, I would get some tea tree oil and get some distilled water, warm that water up, just warm it up. Don't get it too hot, and put you about 6 to 8 drops of tea tree oil in there, and then 6 to 8 drops of oregano oil in there. And you going to soak them toes and them fingernails up in there. Soak them in there and let it get up under them nails so it can kill that bacteria. Because fungus, and whether it's fungus or whether it's yeast, it all acts as a parasite. Even though it don't have eyes in the mouth, the nature of it is like a parasite. It moves like a parasite. It eat up things. It corrode things. You see what I'm saying? So, man, soak them toes, and you most definitely need to get on my parasite elimination. But we can defungalize you. We can deworm you, get them worms out of you, whether it's hookworms, fluke worms, pinworms, tapeworms. Get on the parasite. I would like for you to get on my tinctures and the capsules. All right, that'd be real good for you with that toenail fungus. And then that place where you said you had a scar at, and it's there. It says itching sore, and it stays in the same place, but it goes away and it comes back. You most definitely dealing with candida. You're dealing with yeast. You don't need to be eating no fungi. You need to stay away from all mushrooms, stay away from all alcohol, stay away from all wines, anything that have fermentations or putrefaction, anything like that, all yeast, breads, stay away from all of that, because that's going to feed that fungus. It's going to feed it. You literally, when it comes to fungus and it comes to parasitics, you literally got to starve them out and dry them out, y'all. You got to drive them out, starve them out, and push them out of your body. So again, you most definitely need to be on a parasite elimination capsules, and parasite elimination tincture. Get you on some astringent. That astringent X tincture is going to pull. That astringent X I got on there, man, we got some 190 grain alcohol mixed with that, man. That's one of the strongest tinctures we got. That's gonna pull. You're gonna hate it, because you're gonna have mucus coming out of everywhere, but you're gonna see that them nails and them toenails is gonna clear up, and that bump gonna go away. And whenever that sore appears, put some drops of oregano on it. No matter where it's at, put some drops of oregano oil on it and dry it out. All right. Let me mark these out, for I won't be answering the same questions too. Hepatitis, dialysis, bump, itching, toenails. All right. This another brother. He said, I have blood come out of my penis during ejaculation. Blood coming out of my penis during ejaculation. You either dealing with two things here. Hopefully you went to the doctor and got an STD screening. Most of the time, when you have blood coming out of your penis during ejaculation, you literally you either going through two things. This is what I have seen. You either going through an STD, or you have a very enlarged prostate glands that's leading to prostate cancer, or you already in the prostate cancer range. You already got it. So what I would do is, for real, what I would do is I go get checked for STD. And if you do got an STD, do not take them antibiotics. Well, I can't tell you that. If it was me, I wouldn't take no antibiotics. I'll get them. I'll come and holler at me, and I'll put you on some good cat's claw. I'll put you on an intercellular cleanse, parasite elimination, and we'll most definitely get into your gut, and we'll push all that out. And I'll put you on some black walnut hull, anything that's gonna kill that, infection, that infection that got you bleeding. But if it's not that, then what you're dealing with is a prostate gland problem. This is your glandular highway. Whenever you're dealing with the glands, you're dealing with the glandular highway. The prostate is directly connected to your pituitary gland. So if you going through that and it's cancer, then you most definitely have pituitary gland and pineal gland issues. If you have these issues, then your adrenals are down. So we most definitely need to get them kidneys open, them kidneys filtering, and most of the time you're dealing with prostate, they enlarge, they have tumor cysts on them. So we need to get you on some astringent X to shrink them tumors, fully alkaline your body, get you on all fruits. Whenever you're dealing with enlargement of prostates, or you're dealing with any type of STD, whether it's a sexually transmitted disease or a sexually transmitted demon, who cares? It's all the same thing. All fruits, because the fruits is going to get you flowing. The fruits is going to break up all that agglomeration. The fruits is going to break up all the acidosis. The fruits is going to break some things up. Then my herbs, the herbs going to come through and sweep everything and cleanse them out. Then the body going to heal itself. All right. So yeah, you most definitely need to do that ASAP. And I would like for you to send me a picture of your eyes, man, if I can really read your eyes and see what's going on, man. For real, for real. Do not take blood when you ejaculating lightly. Now, if you was masturbating, which I'm completely against, but if you was masturbating, I have read a lot of reports where people be jacking off too much and they see blood because they either was too tight or too violent doing whatever they was doing, and blood get mixed into the semen. All right. So, yeah, most definitely check on that, bro. Pain during sex. This is a sister. Pain during sex. If you got pain during sex, I'm going to give you the same thing I say do it to him. Make sure you checking, because pain during sex always alludes to inflammation. Inflammation. You most definitely got some inflammation going on in the vaginal cavity. You need to check on that. Do you have any discharges? What's the color of them? Is it a smell with it? Make sure you checking the lining of your panties and be looking for off colors. Is there any itching going on with it? And where is this pain at? And where do it signal at? Do you feel it down there? And is it coming up in your right arm, your left arm? Is it only abdominal? All these things will be able to tell me what's really going on with you. But make sure you most definitely get an intercellular cleanse. Go check and see if you got any STDs going on, a chronic yeast infection, even a chronic fungal infection will cause pains down there. But most of the time you see a lot of pain, you be dealing with chlamydia and gonorrhea. All right. So make sure you check that out and get at me. I like for y'all to go to the doctors to get checked out. That way, when we heal y'all, we gonna go back to them doctors and they're gonna say, well, we don't know what happened. They're cleansed. It was a miracle. So most definitely we like for them, because I can diagnose you all day. We like for them to do their diagnosing process. That way, once we cleanse and heal everything, the same people you went to, if they ain't being no assholes, because some people, like when we get them healed of herpes, boy, you go back to them same people, they will hide your results from you. They will straight hide. We had one woman, they had her results for like 8 months. 8 months. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, probably like 6 months or something like that. But they hit her results. So I'm like, look, they wouldn't even get her results. I'm like, go somewhere else and get tested. Went somewhere else and get tested. She was negative. Then they told her, yeah, your stuff came back. Why did it take so long? Because y'all don't want nobody to heal, because y'all want to keep people on y'all Xantex and all these other viral load medications, which is crazy to me. All right, pain during sex. Chronic bad breath. This is a brother. He's 43, and he's going through chronic bad breath. Whenever you're going through chronic bad breath, you most definitely have a lot of bacterium inside of your mouth. If you brushing your teeth and your breath still stinking, make sure you brush that tongue real good. It's thousands, I mean millions upon millions of bacteria on your tongue. If that's not working, then you most definitely got a toxicity and a bacteria flora problem inside of your gut, and it's literally coming up. It's coming up. And most of the time, somebody breath stink. I'm telling you, you don't even be smelling a breath. You be smelling them putrefaction and rotten foods inside of their gut that's coming up through gases and coming out of them. And that's another good thing about the liver. The liver does good with gas exchange, very good with it, especially with toxic gases too, sending it out, giving it bile, giving it shine, and making you fort, poop, all that fortin and stuff. These are metabolic processes and chemical processes given off by the liver, for you can get these things up out of your body. You see what I'm saying? Period. All right. Leaky gut syndrome. Leaky gut syndrome. The first thing I do with all people that got leaky gut syndrome is we stop anything that's going to irritate the mucous membrane and the lymphatic system. Anything spicy, don't take. Stop garlic immediately, because that's what actually causes leaky gut. Stop garlic. I wouldn't offer you any type of onions either. Any type of things that got spices in them, don't take none of those. Like red pepper, cayenne. Cayenne will irritate that. So you have to stop all spices. Now, when your gut leaking, we got to heal it, because most of the time you are literally dealing with some type of putrefaction, and then the acid, the hydrochloric acid, start leaking out through the gut. And you don't want that to get out through the gut, because it'll bring toxicity to the bloodstream. It'll destroy all your good bacteria. I mean, all of that. So we have to really restore the gut flora. I mean, just a total gut restoration. Make sure you don't have any prolapsing going on with the transverse colon. Make sure we cleaning out the cecum valve. Check in on the appendix. If you send me a picture of your eyes, I'll be able to look and see about your appendix. Make sure your appendix is doing good, because the appendix have a major role in bacteria too. You know what I'm saying? Especially into releasing good bacteria into the duodenum by way of the cecum valve up into the transverse colon. So we got to check on that too. Most definitely, I will put you on my parasite elimination, the tinctures as well as the capsules, intercellular cleanse. I mean, I put you on a whole amino acid therapeutic package, because we have to restore your whole body, plus open up them kidneys and get the lymphatic system filtrating. You need to be in the sauna as well. Not an infrared sauna, a steaming sauna. Most definitely add you some eucalyptus up in there just to get you opening. Most definitely, man, that's what I do. So what you need is a complete gut restoration. So you'll most definitely need to be on an amino acid therapeutic package. Next question was leukemia in a 6-year-old. Sorry to hear that. I hate hearing cases like that. That really do something to me. Leukemia in a 6-year-old. Whenever you're dealing with leukemia, man, I hate hearing that. We got a 2-year-old that we've been dealing with, man, and just that does something to me. All right, whenever you're dealing with a leukemia in a 6-year-old, leukemia is when the white blood cells are producing themselves at a massive rate, and they won't stop reproducing themselves. And not only will they won't stop, they are literally producing damaged white blood cells. So what this does is it literally causes the red blood cells, the hemoglobin, to drop very low, and it takes away iron. All right. So what you have to do is you literally have to address the mucous membrane in the bone. You got to address them bones real good, and you most definitely have to pay a lot of attention to the bloodstream. You need to get on I mean, man, 6 years old. I don't even know if it's a girl or a boy, y'all. They ain't put all that. What I do for real, call me. We have to most definitely put her on her or him on a full amino acid therapeutic package. Since they 6, I don't want to do no alcohol in the tinctures. We got to do everything in glycerins by way of vegetable oils. But we'll get them healed up. We'll get them healed up. Holler at me ASAP though. And look, people like this, when people are going through stuff like this, don't send me an email. Call the office. Call the office number or book a consultation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because like y'all be waiting till it's too late. I don't even know, like, is this stage 1 to stage 4? Like, why are y'all sending me emails when your child is going through stuff like that? Call the office on the website. Somebody's there always to answer. Blow the phone up. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got to nobody, most definitely book a consultation and put that in the note parts, and we'll move y'all to the front of the line. I don't care if it's 1,000 people. We'll move you with children. Y'all going to the front of the, with cancer, y'all going to the front of the line. So most definitely get at me ASAP. And I'm sorry to hear that. Nonverbal and violent autism. And here go another child, 8 years old. Man, all these babies. And this is a girl. We got a girl that's going through a nonverbal and violent autism. We already know what that is. That's by way of these vaccinations and these damn devils. Whenever you're dealing with autistic children or autism or any type of undeveloped brain functioning with children, and they came out normal, then all of a sudden after 2 years old, they started going through these symptoms, most definitely you dealing with a vaccination. Now, vaccinations are chemicals. If anybody been listening at the beginning of this video, I said all chemical metabolic processes take way in what? The liver. We have to hit that liver immediately, get all them chemicals up out of there, hit that blood, hit the interstitial cells, hit the lymphatic system, which is the lymphatic system of the brain, and drain that brain of all of that barium, all of that aluminum. I mean, drain that brain of all of them toxicity metals out of there and literally get all of that lymphatic system and that mucus up out of the brain. You'll start noticing that the baby will start talking again, and it won't be so violent. It won't be any type of head bangers. It won't be any type of fighting. They like to head bang and stump their feet and just be real violent. But that's because it's a chemical imbalance inside their brains due to the toxicity of the vaccines that's been sitting there. All right. And this is an 8-year-old, so that's been on her brain for 8 years. You see what I'm talking about? So we most definitely, I will put her on a full amino acid therapeutic package. I'll put her on nothing but fruits. I most definitely give her my brain adrenal my brain nerve and adrenal. For real, the whole foundation for most definitely get her on them three bitter it out. Just lower the dosage and start that cleansing process ASAP. And you will see that the baby will start speaking soon. You'll start getting little words up out of them. You'll start getting all of that. All right. You start getting all of that. All right. Bumps in the webs of my fingers. That sounds like scabies. This is a brother. Brother, that sounds like scabies. If you got bumps in the webs of your fingers, when you looking at them, see if you see like trails. If you seeing consistent trails, that's most definitely a parasitic. That's a dermal parasite that lives in the skin. If you got bumps in the web of your skin like that, make sure and look at your arms, look at your legs, see if they between like places like this and like that. If you see them between things like this, this is most definitely a parasite called scabies. All right, so you most definitely need to be we need to deworm you, parasite elimination, parasite capsules, most definitely get them kidneys filtering. I mean, that's what I do. I start off there for real. Just start off with the parasite elimination. I didn't see a lot of people with scabies get rid of scabies just with the parasite. You ain't even got to spend that much money. Start there and then work yourself up in there. And most definitely sweat, sauna, sweat them out, and wash them sheets, wash them bed sheets. And if you got a lover, make sure she go through the same process with you, because you can't transfer them. Hopefully you ain't got children. If you do the same thing with them. All of y'all need to get on parasite eliminations, wash all them sheets, because they remind me of microscopic bed bugs. That's all they are. But they can get up in your bloodstream and cause some complications. So get them out immediately. Constant yeast infection. I spoke on that earlier. Again, just go back to the video. We can answer that, because I do want to get to some questions y'all got going on. Heart disease and insomnia. Whenever you're going through heart disease, you're going through a blood problem and a cholesterol problem, which is directly correlation with your kidneys and your liver and your thyroid. We'll literally have to get your glomerular highway back online, up and running. Pay a lot of attention to the nervous system, of course. Bugleweed, Deuel, bearberry. I'll get on some bugleweed, mix it with a lot of good berries. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good berries, and get you a tonic going on. You can holler at me. I'll put you on some things. I got a heart tonic for you. You know, we can open up, cleanse out them heart valves, all 4 of them, cleanse them out real good, get the mucus and obstructions up out of the heart. I mean, all of that. So just get at me. And make sure you're watching your blood pressure and your kidneys. Whenever you got heart disease or you're dealing with heart problems, most of these people are dealing with most definitely kidney problems and adrenal problems. Most people with heart disease are either diabetic or on dialysis or have kidney failure. So most definitely be paying attention to them things. The liver and the kidneys are so important, y'all. These are some of the most major important things other than your glandular highway on your body. And everything works in synergetically. Everything is holistic healing. But when it comes to that liver and the kidneys by way of the lymphatic system, y'all, you cannot heal without touching these things, y'all. You can't heal. It's impossible. It's impossible to heal. Look, I got about 40 more questions. I ain't gonna go through them. I want to get time for y'all. Y'all can ask some questions and let's get to it. So if y'all got any questions, go on, ask away. Y'all can start now. I ain't gonna go back through and look through them. I'm gonna start from here. So if y'all got any questions, holler at me. All right. Go on, get at me. Pamela Boykins, I only get the answering service. I don't see how. We talk to hundreds of people a day. Make sure you call, unless you calling after hours. We are Central Standard Time. Our office open at 9 a.m. and we close at 4 p.m. We will not answer the phone before then or afterwards. So we don't do that. All right. So the first question I see is Raymond Howard, asthma. Whenever you're dealing with asthma is literally caused by dairy products. Immediately stop dairy products. Lactose. Get off all lactose. No cheese, no milk, no none of that. Now, we have to really pay a lot of attention to your blood and your respiratory system. All right, and your bronchial tubes. So what we would do is I will go through and I would love to get you on some fenugreek and get you on some of my lung detoxification, my lung and tar remover, and we'll pay a lot of attention to that lung, because what's happening is with asthma is you're getting restriction through the bronchial tube by way of your respiration and the blood vessels inside of your lungs. You're dealing with a lung mucosa membrane problem. We have to literally pay a lot of attention to the lungs and bring more oxygen to the lungs by iron phosphate. You need to most definitely start practicing on breathing techniques. You most definitely need to start taking hot and cold showers to get the lymphatic system moving. You can take a shower real hot, and before you get out, turn it on real cold. I will get into skin brushing, not towards the heart, but towards the kidneys. All right. I most definitely get on some fenugreek, get on some mullein tea. I mean, most definitely get on my Stringent X. My Stringent X is very good for the lungs. It will pull all of that mucus up out of the lungs, open them kidneys up. Remember, the lungs and the kidneys and the liver is directly in correlation with each other. They work synergetically with one another. Stop eating all of them. Stop eating all of that dairy and go on a fruit diet, a mono fruit diet. Pick a good fruit like a mango or a grape or a watermelon and just crash out on it for about 20 days. You'll see that asthma leave. You won't even have it no more. But most of the time, when you're dealing with asthma, chronic asthma, it's because that all the dairy that you had, or it came down genetically through your mother and father. All right. So that's asthma. Hold on. What else we got? Boy, I asked some questions fast. Hold on. Let me find it. That was the first one. Okay. Asthma. What about chronic pain in your ribs? Chronic pain in your ribs, it probably ain't your ribs, bro. Whenever we be dealing with chronic pain in the chest area or the rib area, we always be dealing with acid reflux or heartburn. We be dealing with a hydrochloric acid uptake problem. So make sure it ain't that. Most of the time that be like leaky gut and I mean, where the pain at and what type of pain is it? Is it a burning sensation? Anytime you're dealing with pain, you're dealing with acids though, because acid burns and it burns the nerve endings and it sends a chemical signal to your brain, and then that's what your perception call it pain. But most of the time we dealing with that, Steve-O, we be dealing with something totally different. Every rib case that I done came across, it don't even be the actual ribs. It be the mucous membrane lining around ribs, which is nothing but acidosis. Do you recommend only fruits for diabetes? No, I don't recommend only fruits for diabetes. Israel Awakening. But fruits are very good. You will be on a mainly fruit diet. I would do 90% fruits and then 10% vegetables, but them vegetables are going to have a lot of fruit-like abilities to them. So no, I mean, whenever you're dealing with diabetes, you either dealing with the left hemisphere of the brain, you know what I'm saying, in the hypothalamus gland, or you most definitely dealing with the pancreas, and the pancreas is obstructed and full of muconoid erosion and muconoid plaque and acidosis and pancreatitis or inflamed pancreas. So what I do is I cleanse out all of that out of that pancreas, and then I will see what your glycagon and your glucose levels looking like, because what's happening to the body of a diabetic is the kidneys and the adrenals are messed up. And that pancreas is so stressed because, and I check your poop too and see if your poop is still full. Let's see if the pancreas is producing enough bile and excreting enough of the hormone to actually break down your foods. And we know that if your insulin is too high or is it too low. We know if your glycagon and glucose is raising too high or is it raising too low. And from there, we'll be able to see if you got diabetes 1 or 2 according to your symptoms, not according to what the doctors told you. And then I really know how to assess your healing from there. But whenever you're dealing with that, automatically hit that brain and hit that gut and hit that pancreas and really start just cleansing that mucus, For most of our diabetic patients and clients, though, we put them on an amino acid diet therapy diet program, which is on my website for free. Download that and take it from there. And really get on my amino acid, my diabetes reversal package. It's on my website as well. Why you don't call? Yo, sis. Tad, what up, sis? You know I love you. Call me when we get done. We'll wrap, sis. I miss you too. I need to take a trip down there to see y'all. Or when you coming back here? What can I do to increase energy naturally? Amber Parks, that's a good buy. That's a good question. Now remember, whenever we dealing with energy, right? The whole purpose of this fleshly vehicle is to take outside things, to put them inside of our avatars, and then we convert them to energy, or what we call fructose, galactose, or fructose. All right. And all these take metabolic changes through maltose, pentose, lactose. Only thing your liver and your body is looking inside of these things to do is to pour out the glucose and the fructose to use it to get cellular respiration. And what happens is the cells burn it off, APT, adenosine triphosphate, and this is how you get your energy. Whenever you dealing with energy problems, you are dealing with an adrenal problem. Your adrenal is fatigued and it's burnt out. Period. Your adrenal is fatigued and it's burnt out. So you most definitely need to get on my brain, nerve, and adrenals. I get on that, the tinctures and the capsules as well. And you need to cleanse that lymphatic system. And you're really going through an acidosis problem. You're gonna feel a little worse before you get better, because once we uncover that adrenal gonna be naked, and it's gonna see that it's really been weak. And I've been noticing in the studies I've been doing, it's been a lot of generation weakness when it comes to adrenals and kidneys. So it probably ain't even your fault, Amber. It's probably your mother's fault, or your grandma's fault, or your grandpa's fault, because we literally receive our kidneys and our adrenals from our ancestors. And when I say literally, I'm proving that in my up and coming lecture too. So most definitely get on my adrenals, and check them. Check your blood pressure. The lower part most definitely show you where your adrenals at. If your blood pressure is too high on the low part, if it's over 80, that means you have a hypoadrenal problem. All right, if it's too low, that means you have a hypoadrenal problem, and we need to get them adrenals back online. All right, so most definitely go on my website and look at my brain, nerve, and adrenal. Get the tincture and the capsules and all fruits. Fruits is the most energetic food you can eat. It has so many light codes in it, and it grows so close to the sun. All right, I mean, that's a beautiful fruit. Fruits, the ones that grow on the trees. They're the best things you can eat, and they give you so much energy, especially bananas, baby bananas from Medico. All right, big belly and weight problems. If you got big belly and weight problems, you need to slow down on your eating, Pamela. Weight problems, have you been trying to lose weight? If you're trying to lose weight and you can't lose weight, you have a parathyroid problem. The parathyroid deals with the regulation and the metabolism state of your body. Most people that can't lose weight, they have a metabolic waste problem. The metabolic waste, what deals with your metabolic system is your thyroid. That's what regulates your weight, and then your liver. That's regulates your fats, your sorbent fats. So what I do is I check to see if you are either low on bromines or iodines. bromines, or iodine. So what I would do, you would come to me, I'll put you on my weight loss capsules, get you on an intercellular cleanse. I'll most definitely get that gut moving. I mean, you'll be pooping so much, you'll drop pounds just by how I put you on that toilet with my herbs. Most definitely, I'll be addressing the adrenal glands, the thyroid and the parathyroid, giving it iodine, bromines, phosphates, and carbonates. Of course, you need that all in your system. And we'll most definitely just cleanse your blood. I mean, we'll cleanse your whole body. That way you can get rid of these fats, because these fats are nothing but stored up glycogen in your body. And inside of these be mucinoid plaque that's attached to all types of toxicities. And you might be dealing with a few tapeworms too. You might be dealing with a few tapeworms. So don't be surprised when you eating and all that stuff come out. But if you really want to lose some weight, stop eating meat, stop eating dairy, stop eating all these acidic acids, stop eating all these things, and you will go to the bathroom a whole lot. And we'll have you going to the bathroom through your anus and through your skin, because we have to clean you out cellularly too. Everybody want to cleanse the colon, but ain't nobody worrying about cleansing the digestive system of each cell. And that's what we'll do. But it sounds like you have a thyroid issue going on. Again, to check your thyroid, check your basal temperatures. That'll check your thyroid. Check your basal temperature. To check your kidneys and your adrenals. For your blood pressure, check your kidneys and your adrenals. Stomach constantly growls loudly. Parasite possibly. If your stomach gives off a chemical to let you know you're hungry when it growls. But if it's constantly growling loudly, you might be dealing with gases. You might be dealing with gases and malabsorption. So you most definitely need to check your liver. You need to check out your liver. Look at your skin. The best way to look at your liver is look in your eyes to see if you got that black dark ring around your eyes. Look for any yellowing in your eyes. Look for any dark spots on your skin. All of these are inflammation in the liver. But most of the time, that's the liver giving off certain type of gases for cellular respiration. So check that. I never seen a loud stomach growling to do with a parasite though. Never seen that. All right. Hormone balance. Sherelle, Talia. That when you're dealing with them hormone balances, you're dealing with the whole entire glandular highway. I mean, from the pituitary gland to the pineal gland. I mean, all the way down to the thyroid, the parathyroid, the thymus gland. I mean, all the way down to the prostate, or what we call the ovaries. So hormone balance, you need to be on an all berry diet, Queen. If I was you, I'd get on a raw berry diet. Berries, 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 berries. They got them tannins and them flavonoids and the curcumins up in them, and them will really aid your system. But whenever you want to get on, whenever you got glandular problems, you most definitely wanted to get on my brain, nerve, and adrenals, and my thyroid and parathyroid tincture. That's for you too. What was her name? Let me go back up real quick. That's for you too, Pamela Boykins. Go on my website and get my thyroid and parathyroid tinctures as well. And we add all these things, because what's happening is with your glands, and you're not secreting things right. The glands are secretions. The glands are the computer simulations of your body. Without your glands, you will have no chemical changes inside of your body. The glands is what makes the chemical changes inside your body. Without your testes or your ovaries, you would never be able to reproduce and create life, because these are where you get your egg release from. This is where you get your ejaculation and semen from. This is where the soul passes through the man and goes inside of the woman, and that consciousness take on mortal form. You see, that takes on mortality and comes out. When you're dealing with any type of down depression, these are literally chemicals that is produced by parathoxin and thioxin by way of calcium and vitamin D to the thyroid glands. When you're dealing with sleep and you're dealing with being serious, up and awake and paying attention, you're dealing with melatonin and serotonin by the way of the melanin sites. These are dealing with the pituitary gland and dealing with the pineal gland. Whenever you're dealing with periods, and whenever you're dealing with wetting the bed and you can't hold your pee while you sleep, do you realize water retention and actually peeing, being able to stand at the toilet, pull your penis out and pee? That's dealing with the pituitary gland. Women and men, you can't even pee without the pituitary gland. So all of your glands is literally, you're living through your glands, period. It's called by sensory senses. Since you cannot show me one gland that you're not living by. Each gland is so important in your body because it's what makes this computer stimulation world. Your glands is what makes the matrix through your nervous system. This is attached to your autonomic nervous system, which is the adrenals. The adrenal glands is take care of 75% of the steroids and the enzymes in your body. So we need these metabolic changes through our glandular highway. The best way to really get your glandular highway back online and back up and running, you need to be on berries, and most definitely get my parathyroid and my brain, nerve, and adrenals, and that'll get you back up and running. Now you're gonna go through a crash first, because once them glands get all the toxins off of them, they're gonna be wanting to breathe and rest, so they might go to sleep on you. So you might got a problem walking for about a couple days. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of you're gonna witness a healing crisis, because the glands are free now. Now they get cellular respiration, they get to breathe, so they're gonna wanna rest a little taste. All right, what else we got? Thanks, at Chris Paul. Chris Paul in the building. Shalom, brother. I don't even see you in here, but I see somebody mentioning your name. All right, tooth decay and removal of the wisdom tooth. I will not remove my wisdom tooth unless it's causing nerve damage. I have all my wisdom teeth. Tooth decay. Whenever you're dealing with tooth decay, you're dealing with a parathyroid problem. I mean, for real, you're dealing with a thyroid problem, and you're dealing with a pituitary gland problem. The enamel on your teeth is actually bone, y'all. Whether your teeth is bone, whether they want to say it or not, look it up. Your teeth is bone. Your teeth are naturally yellow, y'all. Your teeth should not be naturally white. Your teeth is the same color as your bone, period. Now, you can make them white if you want to bleach them. You can get them a little lighter if you want to use some black charcoal, some black walnut, some bloodroot, some ginger root, scrub them real good, some myrrh, some white oak bark. You can get them a little lighter. But whenever you're dealing with teeth decay, you're dealing with bacteria, and you're dealing with acidosis. Think about this. What is on your teeth that is burning so much that will cause the tooth to rot? Huh? What will cause the tooth to rot? It will have to be some type of acid, y'all. So you most definitely take your teeth brushing intake up to about 3 times a day, 3 to 4 times a day. Make sure you gargling with some myrrh powder. Get my tooth and gum restoration and really get in there. Brush your tongue, brush your gums. All right, make sure you gargling with myrrh. Get you some myrrh, gargle with it. Get you some myrrh gum. You can buy it from me. Myrrh gum, chew it like gum. Get some frankincense, mix it up. It actually turns into gum. It's a sap from a tree. Chew on it all day. Get you some guaco stems and chew on guaco. Get you some guaco, chew on that. Some palo guaco, chew on that. And then most definitely address your bones. You have if you're dealing with that, you have a calcium and a magnesium deficiency, brother. You need to really get the calcium back up. So that means you have a thyroid problem. Address that thyroid, address that parathyroid, so you can get that thyroxine going. You can get that vital mineral D really going. And remember, these vital minerals are nothing but amino acids, y'all. Whenever you have a vital mineral, a vitamin deficiency, you have amino acid deficiency plus a trace mineral deficiency. Whenever you're dealing with loss of teeth enamel and rotten decay in teeth, and you're dealing with bone aches and stuff like that, and things are not growing back properly, or you're taking too long to heal, you are dealing with the lack of calcium. Calcium is big mama when it comes to the minerals, other than iron phosphate. When it comes to Caucasians, their main mineral is zinc. Our main mineral is iron phosphate. Get iron phosphate back in your system. All right, but most definitely you need to get on my teeth and gum restoration and intercellular cleanse, and most definitely teeth and gum restoration, and change to an all fruit diet. Make sure you're not eating them fruits all types of nights, because the sugar and the acids from them fruits will rot your teeth even more. So make sure you brushing them teeth before you go to sleep. And I mean, like with them, it'll heal your. I heal mine. I had so many cavities, man. And so I heal my own teeth. I don't have none no more. All right. Can bipolar be cured? Of course. Bipolar is nothing but a chemical disorder, or what we're in the spiritual realm, we'll call it demonic habitation. You got 2 people going on in there. You have a chemical disorder. What regulates the chemical inside of your brain is the pituitary gland. So we have to address the pituitary gland. And whenever people dealing with bipolar, if you look up the studies on it, real clinical studies, not Google, but real clinical studies, you see these people have a zinc deficiency. They're in a selenium deficiency. So you lacking selenium and you lacking zinc, and you most definitely lacking calcium. And what I mean by calcium, I mean calcium phosphate and calcium carbonates. You need calcium carbonates and you need calcium phosphates back in your bloodstream. So it can most definitely be corrected, though. most definitely. So you need to holler at me and get you on amino acid cleanse and get them chemicals right. Please help me with diabetes and kidney problems. Chris Clay, what you can do is you can go on my website and either book a consultation, or I can tell you what to get right now. You need my diabetes reversal, and you need my amino acid week 1 and 2 therapeutic package. That'll get you straight right there. Or you still teaching herbalist classes? Yes, they're not done yet, but we still teaching them. They're gonna be right on my website, y'all. You better click on the education button and click on herbal classes, and that's how that's gonna go. All right. Bipolar disorder, I answered that. I heard you mention that when dealing with candida or yeast to stay away from mushrooms. What's your take on mushrooms in general? Is it too much consumption? Is too much consumption an issue? I'm glad you asked that, John McNabb. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Way too. You got to lower your mushroom intake. Now, when it comes to baby bellas or portobellas, you will see with the mold spawn that's going on, these actually are produced by a seed, whether you believe it or not. I really don't recommend like shiitakes or none of them. You know what I'm saying? Because these things are not more mold spawn produced by a seed that actually grow from a decaying environment. So these are where you get most of your candida at. But you will see Dr. Sebi, a part of his healing mechanism, because they have so much bifidum bacteria on them. He used portobellas inside an Usha village to actually heal people because they have a lot of healing properties to them. But too much of them are just like antibiotics or any probiotic. There's a such thing as bad good bacteria. You can have too much bad good bacteria because what it's going to do is going to do like bread. If you leave a piece of bread, a good piece of bread out on your sink, within 4 days, it's going to putrefy. You're going to see mold growing from it. So think about what the mushrooms do when they're in your body for a long time. So most definitely slow down on the mushroom intake. And that's why they are not on my my healing modality sheets when it comes to my diet, because it's just they produce too many putrefactions. They produce too many fungi on them, and you don't want that in your body because it's going to add to candida. Now, do portobello mushrooms have healing properly, and do certain shrooms have chemical changes in your brain that get you high and blow that pineal gland open? Yes, it do. But some 99% of mushrooms do not have seeds. You know what I'm saying? Which let you know it grows out of death. And I don't think you should be putting anything that grows out of death in your body. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you asked that. Hold on, make sure I answered that. My son has acne. Skin problems. Get him in. How old is your son, Jacqueline? What can I do for my eyes, gums, and hair loss? Eyes, gums, and hair loss, pituitary gland and thyroid gland. Naomi, whenever you're dealing with hair loss, you're dealing with acidosis. Acidosis is between the layer of your skin and your head. And if you're losing hair on your head, you're losing hair inside of your body. You have trillions of strands of hair inside your body called flora or villi. All right, so you have to replace that first. Whenever you're dealing with that, you're dealing with a nervous system problem. Whenever you're dealing with the nervous system, that means you need more melanin inside your body. You're losing a lot of melanin. You need melanin, melatonin, and serotonin, and you need to aid that nervous system. Get off all meats, get off all proteins, get you on some simple monosaccharide sugars and eat them up real good. Go on a great fast. Now, since you got eye problems connected through the pituitary gland and the gums, you might lose more hair detoxing, but when it grow back, it's going to grow back thick and beautiful. So, and check out that gut too, because that means you losing a lot of gut villi and a lot of gut flora, because most people that go bald on their head first, and depending on where you go bald at, because right here is the transverse colon. If you go bald right here, on top of your head, you're going bald. That means you don't have no good gut bacteria, flora, or villi inside of that transverse colon and that do it down. So we need to go through, and we most definitely need to do a gut restoration on you. Get on my parasite elimination capsules. Get you some of my miracle oil, my hair miracle oil on my website. And like I said, if I can't grow your hair back, I shouldn't be on here teaching. That's the first thing I learned, is how to grow hair. If you are herbalist and you can't grow hair, then you are doing a disservice to your people, straight up. But you must grow that hair back internally too. One of my foot and ankles are swollen recently. When I wrapped it, it leave deep circulation marks. Has gone down completely in a week. Re-say that, Queen. I don't know if that was a statement or a question, Queen. What else we got on here? Also constipation. I spoke on constipation already. How can you clear up lung cancer? Man, we dealing with like 8 patients right now that got lung cancer. You would clear it up you'll clear up lung cancer the way you'll clear up any cancer. Cancer is damaged, destructive cells inside the body that are reproducing themselves at a rapid rate, and the lymphatic system is not cleansing them out. Whenever you're dealing with cancer, you're dealing with acidosis and putrefaction and metabolic waste that's sitting on the cell. If it's lung cancer, then it's metabolic waste and putrefaction that's sitting on the cells. I mean, it's sitting on the cells of the lung. You would do it like you do any other thing. We have to open up the kidneys to get the lymphatic system to filter. When you're dealing with your body is dealing with 150 trillion cells. Each cell in your body have eyes like you. They talk, they communicate, they sleep, they eat, and they poop. If you eat, you gotta poop. Well, the thing, if your whole entire community or consciousness, or what we call the body, eat, you poop through your stomach, you poop through your anus, you poop through your intestines. Well, what do your cells poop through? When they poop out through, which is called, they have intestinal tract too, called the mitochondria. When they poop through their mitochondria, your lymphatic system through your interstitial cells are supposed to move through and pick up the waste and take it to the septic tank, which is your lymph nodes. They go to your lymph nodes, and then the good bacteria inside the lymph nodes supposed to eat this poop, right? Then once it eats this poop, it breaks it down for another metabolic waste, and then it turns into urea, and then you excrete it through the kidneys by way of your penis or your vagina. You pee it out, right? Urination. Well, the thing with cancer is you're not getting off the metabolic waste off the cells because you have a backed up lymphatic system. You have a backed up lymphatic fluid. Your mucous membrane has been compromised in that exact area due to inflammation and putrefaction and cellular death of the cell. So all we have to do is, with any cancer, we have to cleanse the body, and we got to go take out the trash. And what the herbs in the diet do, these are your trash men. It's going to go through your lymphatic system and cleanse out the lymph nodes and replace the lymph nodes with good bacteria. You see that? Replace the lymph nodes with the bacteria that eats acids. That's what bacterium do. Bacterium eats acids. So if you got an acidosis problem, that means you don't have no good bacteria. You don't have no biobifidum bacteria inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So what you need for real, 3 bitters. 3 bitters, and you need an amino acid therapeutic package. Well, now we just added the 3 bitters to the amino acid therapeutic package. I got outvoted, so that's on there now. But you need an amino acid therapeutic package. You most definitely need to be on that. I got an amazing product coming out now called the 4 Elements. The 4 Elements, and man, I named it man, like Dr. Sabi just inspired me so much. So I named it after his, and the 4 elements. The first element is called phosphates. The second element is called carbonates. The third element is called aldehydes. And then the fourth one, which is the one I love the most, is called bromines. And these are the 4th elements. It'll be on my website tomorrow. These are going to be part of the packages as well. And you can maybe buy them separately, because you can't buy the 3 bitters separately. It just costs me so much to get them in the production. You can't even buy them. That's how much money we spend. The herbs are so top quality and where they come from. We spend a arm and a leg just to get them to y'all. And notice how they get brought out so quick. Soon as we make, we can make 150 of them right now, and they'll be sold right now. That's how much they are selling. So, but we coming out with another line too. And man, the 3 bitters with the 4 elements together, they're gonna be doing some damage out here, boy. The doctor's gonna be mad at me. All praises though. So you most definitely need a intercellular cleanse, Morton Ali. Intercellular cleanse. You must get your lymphatic system filtering through them kidneys. You must get your adrenal glands up and running. We must purify that blood, because most of your blood goes through your lungs as well. You have millions and millions of ventricles and the veins inside your lungs that's connected to your bloodstream through the thymus gland. So you just need an intercellular cleanse. But all cancer is a damaged cell, no matter where it is. We just like to name locations. The doctors give everything a location. It's cancer. It's damaged cells. How do I get rid of them? I need to take out the trash intercellularly. And that's what we do for you. Can't sleep on my left side, or it will start to hurt. What could that be? Brittany Harper, is it burning? You're dealing with acid reflux. Is it burning? You're dealing with acid reflux. And notice how your stomach sit. And notice how you supposed to sleep. You actually supposed to sleep on the left side. Because when you sleep on the right side, you're literally turning your body upside down and you leaking out. Especially if that cardiac sphincter open, by that duodenum, you leaking out all types of acid. So you actually supposed to sleep on that left. You know what I'm saying? So you might just be going through some acid reflux. Try sleeping on your back and elevate your head and see if that pain go away. If not, then holler at me. All right. Is red eyes a liver problem, or can Eyebright heal it? Red eyes is not a liver problem. Red eyes is dealing with blood and nervous system. That's a blood and nervous system problem. A liver problem is going to show up as sulfur. It's going to show up as sulfur, or it's going to show up as bilirubin. You're going to see like a yellowish brown, a cholesterol deposit in your eyes. Whenever you see in red, you're dealing with dehydration of the blood capillaries that's in the irises, or the blood capillaries that's around the irises. So you dealing, whenever you see red, then we're called dry eyes. Dry eyes, you know, y'all heard that the commercial. You're dealing with dehydration. So you most definitely need to hydrate your body. Ain't no better hydration than H3O. H3O you get from your fruits. Eat a lot of fruits, drink a lot of water. All right, Paul Bateman, my brother. It's my brother right there. How I've been having trouble sleeping. What do I do? You need to increase your melatonin. Increase your melatonin and most definitely get to that pineal gland ASAP. What you need for that? You need some valerian root. I got a valerian root mix that's off the chain that'll have you sleeping like a baby, brother. Holler at me and get some of that valerian root. All right. Look, family, I've been on here for a while. I'm finna get up off of here. I love y'all indeed in the truth. I tried to answer as many questions as I can. I should be back up Thursday. I should be. I'm gonna quit making promises because I'll be that busy and a lot of stuff be coming up. But I'll be hollering at y'all, and I want to go over the glandular highway with y'all and just take y'all through all the different what the glands do. I'm always talking about the glands. These glands are so important, y'all. And I want to really show y'all the computer mechanism of the body and show y'all how the mind created the body. The body did not create the mind. The mind does not exist inside the body. The body exists inside of the mind. And this is the real modality to truly healing you. So I love y'all indeed in the truth. Shalom, 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 family. Peace.